Hello, I'm Randy McClure. Welcome to the latest supply chain tech brief. All right, welcome. Today we're jumping into a massive topic, one that's reshaping, well, pretty much everything, how artificial intelligence is changing the game for business decisions. We're going to cut through the noise and give you a really clear strategic framework. Okay, let's get into it. So let's start with the one question that's on every leader's mind, and it comes straight from our source material. How can you actually use AI to supercharge your business performance? Because let's be honest, it's not a question of if anymore. It's all about how to do it right. And the stakes are incredibly high. This quote really nails it. We're not just talking about some fancy new software here. This is a fundamental shift in the very way we think, the way we strategize, and how we make those critical calls in business. To really get our heads around this, we've broken it down into five clear parts. First, we'll look at how AI is reshaping decisions. Then we'll map out the new process. After that, we get to the core of it, three powerful ways to use AI. Then we'll cover the real world benefits and wrap it all up with why having an AI strategy is just not optional anymore. So, first up, let's talk about AI's new job description. The big idea here is that AI has graduated. It's not just a tool for basic automation anymore. Now, it's a powerful partner that can amplify our own human intelligence, almost like a strategic sidekick. Okay, so to really see how AI can give us these new superpowers, we need a map of the territory. That means taking a look at the modern decision making process and figuring out exactly where AI can plug in and have the biggest impact. And what's so powerful is that AI can help out at every single step. Seriously, it can help find new sources of data, pull all that info together, analyze it for patterns you'd never see, and then lay out all your options. And that last step, well, a human can make the final call, or you can even give an AI agent permission to make and execute the decision all by itself. So you might be wondering, how can AI do all this stuff so fast? Well, the secret is a concept our source calls preloading. Think of it like this: the AI does all of its homework before the test. These machine learning models get trained on massive amounts of data ahead of time. So when you need an answer, right now, the AI is already prepped and ready to go. And that brings us to the real heart of this explainer, the three different strategic roles you can give AI in your decision making. This is where all that theory becomes something you can actually use. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. Depending on what you're trying to achieve, you can use AI in one of three main ways, and this next slide just breaks it down perfectly. Okay, check this out. It really shows the difference. First, you have decision support. Here, you are the decider, and the AI is your tool. Think of a radiologist using AI to spot things in an x ray. Then there's decision augmentation. Now you're a co pilot. The AI does the heavy lifting with the data, but you still make the final call. And finally, decision automation. Here, you just set the rules, and the AI is the pilot. Your role and your relationship with the tech completely changes with each one. So let's dig into that first one: decision support. The most important thing to remember here is that a human is always in the driver's seat. The AI gives you these incredible tools, sure, but the final judgment call, that's still on a person. It's often a great low risk way to start bringing AI into your workflow. Now, with decision augmentation, that partnership gets a lot deeper. The AI isn't just a passive tool anymore, it's an active partner. It's crunching huge data sets, finding insights, and serving up well reasoned options for you, which frees you up to focus purely on the strategic choice. You're the co pilot. And finally, decision automation. This is where you actually hand over the controls for certain tasks. You set the parameters, you define the guardrails, and the AI makes and executes decisions within those boundaries. It's perfect for high volume, repetitive choices, but it absolutely requires a huge amount of trust in your data and your models to work well. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how does it actually translate into real, measurable value? This next part answers the question every single business leader needs to ask: what's actually in it for me? What are the tangible benefits of doing all this? Well, the advantages are pretty compelling. AI can drive massive efficiencies, it lets you make decisions way faster around the clock, it can help avoid certain kinds of human error, and this is key, it learns and adapts as things change. But here's a huge one: it can empower less skilled workers, giving them tools that boost the quality of their work. It can level up your entire team. So when you put all of this together, it leads to one final and probably most critical point. Given all these benefits and just the sheer speed of change we're seeing, having a formal strategy for how your business is going to use AI, well, it's no longer just a nice to have. Our source material really drives this home with a powerful call to action. The business landscape is being redrawn so fast that a clear plan for how you're going to support, augment, and automate decisions is now absolutely essential if you want to compete. So, as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this to think about. When you look at your own work, your own business challenges, what is the single biggest decision that this framework, support, augment, or automate, could fundamentally improve for you? Because the time to start figuring that out is right now. Hello, this is Raymond McClure from SC Tech Insights. Thank you for listening. For more on this topic, click the article link below or go to www.sctechinsights.com for the latest insights on supply chain technology. Thank you and see you next time.